Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have a good time sharing some education together. Actually, I was going to answer somebody, but then I did watch some of his videos. I remember him. This guy is a poor guy, like I don't want to make fun of him. He might hurt himself. So I changed the topic, and because in one of his videos he mentioned that if Muhammad is advising the Muslims, if Muhammad Muslims today, he is saying Muslims today, they don't insist of circumcision. And then he said if Muhammad was not circumcised, that will not make him from Ishmael, which means he thinks that Muhammad was circumcised. Nowhere in Islamic tradition, anywhere it says that Muhammad ever been circumcised. However, let us leave this poor guy. These days anyone can grow a beard and his hair go crazy and he think he's Einstein. But Einstein is only Einstein. There's no two Einstein. Otherwise, being bald or having crazy hair doesn't make you Einstein. We hear always in Christian churches, not only between Muslims, many ignorant who they say that Ishmael, he is the father of the Arab. And sadly, I say ignorant because you might hear someone, he is even a priest, saying that. First of all, the word Arab is not even an ethnic. The word Arab is a word mean people of the desert. Whoever live in the desert, he is an Arab. As simple as that. In other words, it's the same as the word you use for Bedouin. So when you say Bedouin, you mean Arab. When you say Arab, you mean the Bedouin. Low value? Maybe from your side, because from my side, it's very good. Is my voice good, guys? Increase the value? All right, let us see. We will check the setting. Sound is weak. Interesting. Okay, let me check why. This is what happened when you have 4 wives and you are a prophet, and then your wives became 13 and 14. And the wives, they play with the things you have. I mean, like a microphone, etc. I told them, don't even get close there. But what you can do? I mean, give me a second, please. It's not easy to be a prophet these days. Now the Muslim, they will say Christian Prince claimed to be a prophet. Yeah, the one who will do that is the best video editor, Mimi Hijab. Did you say that? Did you say you're a prophet? No, Abdul, I was joking. However, if Muhammad can be a prophet, I mean anyone can be a prophet. Let me prophesy some of the prophecy of your prophet. There's a joke about Muhammad, where a guy, he came to him and he says, my wife, she is going to deliver a baby. What do you think is going to be? Muhammad, he said, deliver it. No? Deliver, and he did not answer. Then the guy, his wife, she delivered the baby, and he came to the prophet. And he said to him, Prophet, my wife, she delivered a baby. So the prophet said, it must be a boy. The guy, he said, no. The prophet then, he said, it must be a girl. And then the Bedouin, he was amazed how the prophet was able to find out. Now let us see how we can make the sound better. Okay, now is the sound stronger from your side? Is the sound better? I'm afraid if I make it louder, you guys might go deaf. Is it good now? Am I heard? Hello, hello. All right. Is the sound good or no? Is it so strong? Good, no? Loud and clear? Okay. So the question is Ishmael from the Arab? You see, for me, Once actually I have an argument with someone is in Middle Eastern Christian, and we grow in the Middle East and we hear things, and we go to school, and we are like, we don't want to use the word brainwash, but it's somehow it is like this, because we grow up in a society and we take for granted what we hear. Nobody want to go study, investigate. Before I start actually, I decided to show an article written by a bishop, an Aramaic bishop, who speak Aramaic fluently, and this is his language actually. He's an Aramaic bishop. Let me see if I can put the image for you here, the article. Give me a second, please. Now the article in Arabic, but doesn't matter really. We can share the link and you can use Google Translation from your side. And you can search actually the article yourself and you can read it. Now, I am not trying to prove my point from an article, but those people, they don't say things unless it is accurate. Here, American Foundation for Syriac Studies. And in order to be teaching in such an organization, you have to be the top, and the guy is a bishop for millions of people. You go there and you will see where he is explaining the word Arab and Arabo. Let me zoom in. It says here, العرب كلمة سامية قديمة معناها سكان الصحراء أو البيداء. The word Arab it's from the Sami origin, from Sam, and from the language of Sam, and mean the inhabitants of the desert, or Baida is like, there's a desert and there is the one, it's in the way to be a desert, or you're getting closer to the desert as get like you will see some green, but it's not desert yet. So those people who live in those places, they call them Arab. It is not a nation. Whoever live in the desert, he is an Arab. All right. So and all the origin of the word is not even Arabic, which is funny. I mean, it's not even the Arab who call themselves Arab. I mean, those who live in the desert, it was the Aramaic people. And here you see how funny it is that now today you have a name people use and you call yourself, but in fact the one who gave you the name, it was not you. It was the Aramaic. Now, the word Arab, by the way, is not only doesn't mean only people who live in the desert. It means people who they are savage. So it's kind of like if somebody, he did not take a shower for long, like he's a Bedouin, So this is Arab. It can be used even for someone who is not an Arab as a way to describe his situation, let's say. And here he's explaining to us how the words came to the existence today. All right. You can search. Actually, I'm going to post the link for you guys. Give me a second. Let me copy the link. I will post it for you in the chat, so you guys can use Google Translation from your side, and you can translate. Someone saying lose with Nini. Our friend, this Nini is an idiot. He don't even have high school. Bring me somebody. When I talked to him, we were in a chat room, and he agreed that your prophet have boom boom with the goat. I mean, what are you talking about? Boom boom with the goat. He agreed. Go and watch the conversation between me and him. And the Muslims then they were making fun of him, attacking him badly for what he did. So you are an idiot. And actually, I think it is you who is mentioning his name, because his name nobody mentioned except himself. Now, so here in this study is showing us where the word Arab is coming from. Have nothing to do with a nation. Arab are not a nation. It's a mix of people who they are. Actually, even if you go and search in the Hebrew, you will find the word Arab mean mix, the mingle. The one is mixed. It's not the one who they are pure. Pure in which way? We are losing internet. Very good. Uh-oh. All right. I hope we are not going to lose the internet. Let me see. This is what happened. My internet. I hope we are back. Okay, I think now we are back. So, even if you search in the Hebrew, you will find what I'm talking about. However, still this might be not convincing for some people because they are arrogant and they don't want to listen. Right? If you don't want to listen, then nobody can convince you of anything. Okay. But this is the origin of the language, and this is what what the reality is. Like as an example, Aramaic, it was a title or a word given. Where you live, it's where you will be called. As an example, Aramaic is the children of Aram, and Aram or Aramaic is a name of those who live in a high land. As you see, so the Aramaic are people who live in the highland, and the Arab are people who they are mixed, many ethnic groups. They live in the desert and they are desert people. Now let us see here some reference from the Bible. Always the Muslim, they try to show you things, they claim that Muhammad is from Ishmael, but if there is anywhere in the Quran it says that? Nowhere. How come? You see, how come the Quran, as an example, mention, like as an example, chapter 29, verse number 27, that Allah, He gave Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and from his seeds, the prophethood. Okay, why Allah mention? Because if this is the book made by Allah, so the one is talking here is Allah, right? Which is, we know it's Muhammad. So why Muhammad here, he dropped Ishmael? If Muhammad is claiming to be from Ishmael, shouldn't Muhammad mention the first, the eldest in the family? How in the world you drop the most important child? For he is the older, or the elder. You see, even in the Middle East today, they call you the father. If you go to Muslim chat room, everybody is Abu, 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 Abu. Abu means father of. So the first child you have is going to be your name, even the name of the guy. They will call him Abu. Let us say you have a child, his name is Yasir Qadri. The father of Yasir Qadri, if Yasir is the older in the family, they will call his father Abu Yasir. So Ibrahim, based on the Middle Eastern tradition, he should be the father of Ishmael, not the father of Isaac, as a name. Because Ishmael is the elder. So look what happened here. The Quran skipped Ishmael and mentioned Isaac, and Jacob. And then after mentioning those two names, says from his seeds will be the prophethood. Where is Ishmael? You know what I mean? From the seed of Abraham, what the Quran chose to mention? Two names. Where is the third? The Muslim, they will say, well, Ishmael mentioned later, but this verse says from the seed of Abraham, and mention two names, not the three names. From those seeds will be the prophethood, according to the verse, chapter 29, verse 27. Yet the Muslims will not accept. They will say, this is not enough proof. Okay, let us go to Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari is a Muslim book, and Muslims will say now what? They will say Sahih al-Bukhari made by a Christian prince, made by the Jews. Look what it says. This is the Muslims reporting the story, and according to Muhammad himself. It's not us, it's not me, Those a story narrated from Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, who Muhammad, named him as the scholar of the nation, right? And then you will see that it's Muhammad who mentioned those stories, and they are copying from Muhammad what he said. The Prophet said, this is the source of tradition of walking people between them, as-Safa and Marwa. And here Muhammad is speaking about fabrication, about the wife of Abraham, which is Hajar, and the wife and her son. And look what happened here. Muhammad, he confirmed, and his followers, they confirm that Ishmael, he do not know Arabic. Read carefully. So they settled there, and later on they sent for their family who come to settle with them. So there's some families become permanent residents there. The child, i.e. Ishmael, grew up and learned Arabic from them. I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid statement after this? Somebody will say to you that Ishmael is an Arab. He is the father of the Arab, but he learned Arabic from the Arab. Do you see it? Imagine I go to Indonesia and I am 11 years old, and then I learn Indonesian from the Indonesian, and then I am the father of the Indonesians. You know what I mean? So even their books proving that this statement or this theory is a joke, is, you know, Muhammad is a fraud. All his what he's trying to do, he wanted to try to get some legitimacy to be from Abraham. Like, I am not from the middle of nowhere, I am from Abraham. Like, hello. But it's obvious that this is stupid. I mean, the guy, I'll go to Germany now, I stay there for 6 months, I learn German, and then I am the father of the German. But the German are already there, and I'm learned their language from them, which means there's a nation, there's a language established, there's people who speak such a language, and then I go there and I learn Arabic, and then I became their father. All right? So it's very silly and very stupid argument when they say such a statement. And actually you can see more reference in my books about Ishmael being the father of the Arab. And here in the same time, you know, if I am from Ishmael, does that make me a prophet? No, I mean, do we inherit prophecy? I mean, if my father is a prophet, I will be a prophet too? No. It's about God, you know, he chose people, like, you know, not from everyone from Israel he became prophet. There's chosen people by God who they became prophet, regardless who they are, their fathers. But they are from the children of Israel. Muhammad is not from the children of Israel, and Muhammad is not from Abraham for sure. Number two, Ishmael, he did marry an Egyptian woman. Let me find some reference. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse number 21. Very easy to remember, 21:21. You will see here that he settled, Ishmael, in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother arranged for him to marry a woman from the land of Egypt. So, look what happened now. Ishmael, his father, is an Aramaic man, coming all the way from Iraq. His mother is Egyptian. The wife of Ishmael is Egyptian too. So how he became the father of the Arab? You know what I mean? Do you see what do you see what I'm talking about? So now we have more confirmation that there's no way, even he had nothing to do with the Arab. Even though, by the way, the word Arab means people who live in the desert, doesn't mean an ethnic, as I say. But if we claim, if we say, okay, they are ethnic, somehow they became ethnic. But even, I mean, why the Jews? I mean, long before Muhammad exists. So the book of Genesis is written way before Muhammad even was in the belly of his mother. Why the Jews want to write such a thing? Why they want to lie about it? You know what I mean? So he married an Egyptian woman, and there is then now all the options of having children who are Arab is gone. The Arab themselves, Muhammad himself, the Sahih Hadith confirm that Ishmael, he learned Arabic from the Arab. And if you marry from the Arab, even if you marry from the Arab, does not make your children Arab. The children will follow their father. You know what I mean? As an example, Moses himself, he married a Bedouin woman. Bedouin from the desert. Doesn't make the, you know, we can say they are Arab like as Bedouin. You know, we remember that The word Arab means people of the desert. So, but doesn't mean that children of Moses are Arab. Otherwise, we will say Moses' children are Arab too. So this is a very silly argument. But as you see, even the Bible confirms that Ishmael, he did marry from an Egyptian woman. Then if we go, we will find more reference in Genesis 28, verse number 9. You will notice that Ishmael, he lived very close to his brothers, to the point they are marrying from his daughter, as an example. If he is living far away, they will not even know that he have a daughter. You know, we are not living in the 20th century where you can take a plane and you go there, or people speak in the internet. If Ishmael was living in Mecca, it's going to take them maybe a month or so before they can arrive there. And then if we go to more verses in the Bible, we will see Genesis chapter 25, verse number 10. We will find that Abraham this is about the burial of Sarah, where Sarah was located. Here you will see the death of Abraham. His son Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave. So Ishmael and Isaac, they were in the burial, in the funeral of Abraham. Think about it. If Ishmael was living in Mecca, and then in order for the news to come to Ishmael, it needed a month to come to him, and then he needed another month to come and attend the funeral. But he was in the funeral. You know what I mean? That's mean Ishmael, he don't live far away, maybe a day or two from where Abraham he lived. Remember, I mean, at that time, they cannot let a dead person stay for long, for he will smell bad, and you know, things will go really wrong. They have to bury him as fast as possible. So when we say that his sons Isaac and Ishmael, they buried him, that's mean they are there, and that's mean Ishmael is very close. So how that can be that he was in Mecca? Mecca is like 1,200 mile, I think, maybe like 1,400 kilometer from where Abraham was. You know what I mean? So in order for Ishmael to take a camel or a donkey or whatever, if you want to cross the desert, you have to take a camel. The donkey cannot survive it. Even a horse will, you know, you have to take a lot of water with you. There's no water in the way. So if you take a camel, you know, how long is going to take the camel to be there? So all those things, you know, I mean, there's tons of, we can share endless reference about Ishmael, where Ishmael he lived. You know, Ishmael, according to the Bible, there's many places where it's, you know, showing us where Ishmael, you know, literally he lived. Let me see if I can find a map. Give me a second. Actually, the map, it was open, I closed it. Okay, let's see where we can find the map. Yep. All right, this is the wilderness of Paran. I mean, it's far away from Mecca. This is in Sinai. And the brothers of Ishmael, they were living around. They were living in that area. So they are not far really from each other. Somebody will say that the Bible says that children of Ishmael, they will be a great nation. My friend, a great nation does not mean, you know, I mean, the Bible mentions many, even small number of nations. They will be great nation. Great nation is about, there's something great about them. Let us say something not necessarily great as good. It can be great as influence. But in the case of Ishmael, nothing bad about Ishmael actually. And some people think that when the Bible says that Ishmael will be a wild man, That's mean those are the Muslims, and the Muslims look at them, they, first of all, Muslims, 95% of them, they are not even Arab. They are not, you know. The Arab is a very small, tiny minority between the Muslims. Secondly, the Arab themselves, they are not Arab, which means they are not really one ethnic. They are a mix of let me see if I can do that. Hold on, give me a second. We try always to make our statement facts, not just talk. Talk is cheap, right? Let us see. Okay. All right. Let us look here. The word Arab. What the word Arab mean in the Hebrew language? Do you see how the word come? Mix, mingles, mix together, mingle self, mix. Aramic corresponding to Arab, to mingle, mingle, self mix. All right. So it's a mix. The Arab are mixed people, and there is people who they have very. I mean, if you look at the people of Yemen who claim to be Arab, they have nothing to do as a look with the people who live in Saudi Arabia. People of Yemen, they are short. Most of the Bedouin, they are taller, way taller. People of Yemen, they have a totally different character. And people, actually, if I show you a picture of those who supposedly are called Arab today, give me a second. You will find that they have nothing to do with each other. As an example, the king of Jordan, he claimed to be an Arab, supposedly, and he's from Mecca, right? What about this guy? He have a blue eyes. Anyway, let us see. I'm trying just to find a picture, like a little bit a clear picture. I'm searching, just give me a second. There's many pictures, but none of them are close to the face, so we can see the difference. Let us see this picture here. This is the king of Jordan, and those are next to him, they are Saudi. Anyone notice any things they share? Nothing. Now somebody will say to you, well, the king of Jordan, his mother, she is rich. Doesn't matter anyway. People of Jordan look different. The more they are, I mean, Saudi, they look different. They are taller, they are skinnier, they have different build. And not all Saudi are the same, depend on the location, which territory you live in. Every territory have different look, have different even accent. And even Muhammad, he mentioned that his people will not be capable to read the Quran in one letter, if you remember. Why? Because those are mixed, they are not Arab. There's nothing called really Arab. Each one of them have his own potato language. So let us see here. This is the the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, and later he will be the king. And the other one is a ruler from Emirate. Now, you look at them, maybe both they are dressing like Arab, but I mean, as Bedouin people, but they have totally different look. Their eyes is different, their nose is different, their mouth is different. Everything about, even their build is different. Everything about them is different. So you can tell they are two different people. Let us see another one. This is the Prince of Qatar. The second you look at him, you will find yourself looking at someone from Pakistan, because simply he is. All those people there, most of them, they are coming from India, Pakistan specifically. Let us get a close look. Give me a second. All right. This is the father. If you see him, he is not wearing Arabian clothes. If you see him in the street in Pakistan, are you going to recognize him that he is not a Pakistani person? No way. It's impossible. Right? All those people, they are coming from, because they are, you know, Pakistan is very close, by the way. It's just, you know, like a few hours by the boat, you will be there. It's almost across the border. Their even their tradition, their food, their look. This is the Prince of Qatar right now, isn't it? This is a guy from Pakistan. So how those Arab, they look different? I mean, each one of them is coming from different galaxy. Why they are not looking the same? You know what I mean? If when we say Arab, we are talking about ethnic group. If this ethnic group, let us say, mixed, and the majority of it is not from that group no more, then we cannot call them by that group anymore. Let us show you another one. Okay, look at this one. I mean, what does this guy have to do with the Arab? Anyone have an idea? He have a blue eyes. He's blonde. You know, if this guy he walk in Europe, you would think he is European like everybody, right? How this person became an Arab? Look at his wife. How this wife is an Arab? You know what I mean? So what does Arab mean exactly? I mean, when they say Arab, it's a joke. There's nothing it's called. Like when I say Arab, I mean that originally we are people coming from certain area as desert, but it's a mixed area with many ethnic. Nobody knows actually who they are, where they're coming from. It's a big mix. Egyptian are not Arab. This guy is Syrian, is not an Arab. The king of Morocco isn't Arab. They are Moroccan, they are African. What make them Arab? You know, imagine, even the Muslim confirm that 4,000 Muslims occupied Egypt. At that time, there was 4 million Egyptian. You believe it? Somebody will say, how 4,000 can occupy 4 million? Those Egyptians, they are farmers, they are not warriors, and they were controlled by, you know, a little number of Roman for centuries, and the Egyptian give up. Nobody can fight the Roman. And they have no power to fight them. They have no army, they have no leader, they have nothing. The Muslims came, so the 4,000 Arab, they make the whole Egyptian, the 4 millions Arab. It's impossible. But this is what happened always. Islam come, everybody want to attach himself to the one who is victorious. Who is the victorious? The Arab. So it's better for you to say I'm an Arab. Otherwise, you will be not an Arab, and then people will make fun of you. You will not be first-class citizen. And this is why Arab became, it's like saying I am a superior, I'm an Arab. When Osama bin Laden, he went to Pakistan and he went to Afghanistan, right away he became a leader. Why? He's an Arab and he's coming from Saudi Arabia. That alone is a big deal. He's not a Pakistani, he is not an Afghani, he's an Arab. It's a big shot for them. This is why if you go to Indonesia, when they got a sheikh, he's coming from any what they call it Arab countries, like he's like a superstar there. He's an Arab. You know what I mean? Like a big shot. So that made many people, they try to make themselves join such a name, even though this name does not have nothing to do with any ethnic. Even the Arab themselves, as I said, they are not even an ethnic. Same for Muhammad. Muhammad in the beginning, the Arab, they were just Bedouin. They have nothing really to be proud about. So Muhammad, what he can be proud about? Nothing. So he decided to join the one who they are the most honorable. Who are they? Abraham, Isaac. You know what I mean? When you don't have a family, you try to find one. If you don't have, you want to claim to be a king, okay, you are the son of who? You want to be a prince? Who is your father? Which king? So Muhammad was desperate, trying to find a person he belonged to so he can claim something he don't have. And that was Abraham. It was a solution. All right? So Abraham was a solution for Muhammad, not a true inheritance, or let us say lineage. And as you see, even the Muslims, even Muhammad himself in his story, he mentioned that Abraham, when he had his son Ishmael, he went to Arabia, according to Muhammad, and to Mecca, according to Muhammad, and there was nobody there, according to Muhammad. But here we go, we find that he went there and he found the Arab there. And actually, according to Islamic history, if you find my book, if you read my book, you will find that he married from the tribe of Jarham. And, Jarham is the enemy of Muhammad, how he became the father of them. So all this fabrication is just to give Muhammad some papers. Papers, who is your father? Actually, I believe Muhammad, nobody knows who is really his father. For me, I'm just guessing. I think it was Waraq ibn Nawfal. If you have my book, you will see that when Muhammad's father, supposedly the one Muslim claimed that he's the father of Muhammad, he was going to have sex with the mother of Muhammad, the sister of Waraqa. She offered Muhammad father 100 camel to sleep with her. Now the story here is very fishy. I mean, 100 camel to sleep with her. Secondly, that means Muhammad's father was a gigolo guy, like you get paid for sex. So when the Muslim, they mention those stories in their books, that Waraq ibn Nawfal's sister, she offered 100 camel when he was going to have sex with the mother of Muhammad. And then Muhammad's father, after he finished with the mother of Muhammad, he came to her. She said to him, I do not need you no more. She changed her mind. So it looked like she was sent by her brother Waraqa, trying to convince him to stay away from this woman by offering money. And when he did not stay away, the offer is gone. No more money, no more camels. And imagine 100 camel in that time is a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money. So imagine at that time, that will make you really rich. Same time, Islamic books prove that Muhammad was born 4 years after his father's death, which is very stupid even to mention that this guy, his name is Abdullah, and he is the father of Muhammad. And Abdullah, he died, and then his wife, 4 years after, she gave birth to a son. You see, the father and the son both they supposedly they have sex with two women in the same night. So when we see the Muslim, they say that Muhammad and his uncle, they are the fruit of sexual relationship in one night. So how Muhammad was born 4 years if Muhammad's father was dead 3 months after? So to make it simple, let us say there's two guys, they have sex with two women in this night. And then one of them, he died after 3 months. Or let us say 6 months. And then after 4 years, the one who died, the woman he slept with, she gave birth. That is Muhammad. See? So everything is against Muhammad. We don't know who is Muhammad. When a Muslim, even they say that Muhammad, his father, his name is Abdullah. How his name is Abdullah, but he don't believe in Allah? How his name is Abdullah, but he will go to hell? You know what I mean? If the guy, his name is Abdullah, why he is going to go to hell? Slave of Allah. Right? Muhammad, he confirmed that his father is in fire. So what I believe that the real name of Muhammad is unknown. In the Middle East, if somebody is unknown, we say Abdullah Fulan, which means unknown slave of Allah. Unknown person. Abdullah is a name, is a title. You give it to somebody, is it supposedly unknown as a person. We don't know. All right? A man asked, where is my father? Messenger of Allah said, your father in hell. When he turned his back, he said, my father and your father in hell. You know what I mean? Of his mother and his uncle. No, you guys, you are mixing things up. No, I'm saying, okay, I made a video about it. You can go and search it. About Muhammad was born 4 years after the birth of his father, but the death of his father. What happened, that family, you know, the family, they go and they get married in the same night. So let us say, I am, let us say, 70 years old. My son is 40 years old. We go, we get married in the same night. From the same family. Even sisters. You know what I mean? And then, what happened, that I die. And then, the woman I slept with was supposed to be my wife 4 years after she gave birth. So this is what happened. Are you getting the point? So both of them, they have children, but one of them is 4 years older than the other one. So the child, which is not from the son of Muhammad, was born 4 years before Muhammad was born. But Muhammad's father was dead already. How that can happen then? You know what I mean? Anyway, so you see all the reference proving to us that this is a fraud. This is additional fraud of Muhammad claiming to be from Ishmael. And why Muhammad in the Quran did not get a verse from his God saying, I am from Ishmael? Why in the Quran doesn't mention that? Maybe Muhammad, they never mentioned even that. You know, maybe this is later the Muslim, they add those stories to their books. Right? Well, I mean, it's adultery anyway. I mean, at that time, if you have my book, Sex and Allah, you will see how the Arab used to live. How many of you have the book? So you will see that the Arab, they use even to exchange wives. Even the Quran mentioned that, you know. The Quran, when the wives of Muhammad, they made like a revolution against him. What the Quran threatened them, that Muhammad will exchange them. How you can exchange women? Change or exchange? In Arabic it says exchange. Yubaddil. Mubadala. I give you, you give me. So what the Arab used to do, when Like you go to this guy, you say, you know what, even sometime not a permanent exchange, like temporary, like you are bored from your wife. So you go to this guy, you say to him, can I have your wife for like a month or two, and you take my wife for a month or two? So they exchange. So look what the Quran is saying. But if you back up each other against him, huh? This is the wives are going against Muhammad. Here it says, Allah will give him in exchange a consort better than you. So what will happen here, Muhammad is going to give his wives to somebody else, and he will take somebody else's wives. It's an exchange. Now the Muslim, they say it's a lie, etc. Go and read the history of the Arab. It's an exchange. He didn't say he would divorce you. Huh? He says it may be he will divorce you all. Huh? And there is an exchange will happen, which means this is permanent exchange. A divorce with exchange permanently. No way to come back. The word in Arabic, you know, if you go, let us see, give me a second. Actually, even in their translation, they are, you know, this time they are saying it means exchange. So we do not need to use this. Yeah, you see here, this is the Muslim website. You can point your mouse over the website, and it says here what is the meaning of the word. He will substitute for him. Even in the other translation it says exchange. Here they change it. Anyway, so the Arab, they used to do that. You know, there is many kind of relationship between the Arab. Even sometime if you have if you want to have a son and from a noble family, from a good blood, so what do? You send your wife to a man who is very well known to be good, or maybe he is very good looking, or etc. So you send your wife to sleep with that guy. She stay with him for a week or two until she, you know, she get what she want, a baby from him, and then she will deliver a baby, and the baby will be to the original husband. This is why Muhammad actually in the hadith, he did not come with something new. He is copying what the Arab they do. As an example, Muhammad, he says, the child is for the one who owned the bed. Do you see it? The boy is for the owner of the bed. Who is the owner of the bed? The husband. If the woman, she sleep with someone else, the child still is not for that man. It's the one who owned the bed. Do you see it? Which means, if God forbid your wife, she slept with somebody, and you are a Muslim, and now you know that this is not your son, according to Islam, you cannot say he's not my son, because you own the bed. And according to Islam, the real father cannot say this is my son, for he don't own the bed. Do you see it? And here you see a very stupid rule, because now imagine if a guy, his wife, she was sleeping around, and he found that she is sleeping around, and the wife, she gave birth to a daughter, but this is not his daughter. This is not his daughter. And now he knew that this daughter is from the guy who was sleeping with his wife. What do you think he can do to her if he's an evil man? You know what I mean? So what Muhammad here established, which the Arab used to do, is very ugly. Because the man, he might now seek revenge from the man who was sleeping with his wife and maybe rape the daughter, which is not his daughter anyway. And Muhammad, he taught even the opposite. If you go in the Quran where it says وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَصَبًا وَصِهْرًا, and read the interpretation, you will find that the Muslims agree in chapter 25 verse number 54 that if a man, Islam only consider marriage as a relation for lineage, which means if a man have a daughter and she is not from marriage, he can sleep with her. And I change any Muslim to say I'm lying. This is what it says in their books. We can show the reference right now as we speak. All right? So if a Muslim, he have a girlfriend, and his girlfriend, she delivered to him a child with his son or his daughter, legally, according to Islam, you know, she is not his daughter. Because daughter is only a daughter from marriage. The Quran confirms it is not lawful for you to sleep with your daughters. So let us make it clear. Quran saying you cannot have sex with your daughters. But who said that those daughters are daughters in Islam? Which means if it's only from marriage, she is considered as a daughter. This is why a child from adultery in Islam or fornication is not considered as a son or a daughter, and they don't carry even the name of the father, and they don't deserve a child support, and they cannot even inherit any penny from their father. All right? Do we have any Muslim he don't agree? Armani, he is saying, okay, let us show you how Muslims they try to refute me. They cannot refute me, so they say, either they edit my video like Mimi Hijab, potato, or they say this. Why I want to debate? They are asking why you don't call him, correct him. He said, why I want to debate with delusioned person. My friend, perfect. I like what you said. A delusionate person. Isn't it this is your prophet? He used to imagine things happen to him, but they never happen, including having sex. So if you are not willing even to talk to me because you call me delusionate, so how you follow Muhammad? Huh? And now he will try to change the topic. Here we go. This is your prophet. You Muslims confirm that your prophet is a bewitched man. What does that mean? He's possessed. Bewitched. So he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he did not. Like what? Like what? Like what? Huh? Like sex. I mean, imagine your prophet is delusional to the point even his sex is fake. Even his sex have no witnesses. His wife was not there. So when you speak about something, this is why they don't dare to debate me, by the way, because whatever they say, I will give them the spank they deserve. You do not need a link, my friend. Always, anytime you want to find something, just type few words you see in the screen. You can freeze the video. Search. Was bewitched, so he's that began to imagine. You know, so if you search it in Google, you will find the same reference. All right? Or I'm showing the hadith here. It's Sahih Bukhari 3175. And Muhammad, even not only this, I mean, even his sex was fake. Read carefully. This is his wife. She was saying the following. The prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he had sexual intercourse with his wives, but in fact he did not. Yasser Kadri, debate me. My friend, isn't it a shame that you are using a name of somebody else? All right. Don't do that. Grow up. Do we have any Muslim have any comment about what we said, anything we said? Now, here, if you notice, if Muhammad, his sexual relationship, it was imagination. So how we can trust this guy that he saw an angel? How we can trust that this guy, he been squeezed by an angel? Because obviously he was squeezing his wife too when he was imagining. He was squeezing many things. I'm not going to count them. How come Muhammad did not notice that he was squeezing something not? This, for sure, had nothing to do with his wives. I don't know what he was squeezing, but he was squeezing something. All right? So, and here you see the hypocrisy. The Muslims, they try to attack me by saying things, a Christian prince is a blah, 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 blah. Say whatever you want. I am not a prophet. You can call me whatever names you want. Who cares? I don't really care for all what you say about me. You don't even know who I am. So, the second we show them what is in the screen, they try to change the topic. Anyone can tell me how in the world this person can be trusted? You see, when I was in the army and I finished my service, I was leaving. There was a guy, like there's an office you go to do the papers before you leave. There was a guy next to me. He said to me, I said, "Oh, you're done?" He says, "Well, no, they released me." I said, "What's wrong?" He said, he hear voices. The guy, he looked fine. I mean, he didn't look like a crazy person, but he hear voices. He admit he hear voices, and that is in the army is very dangerous, you know. So even as a soldier, you cannot work in the post office. You cannot work. Muhammad cannot fit to work anywhere. If you tell this story, you cannot even be a witness in the court. A judge will not accept you to witness even for a guy he took a zucchini, because obviously you imagine things. You know what I mean? So how you can be trustworthy? The guy, their own, I mean, the funny is that this is their own books saying that. Who is saying that? Aisha. I mean, first-hand witness. Is that an authentic story? Yes, this is Sahih Bukhari. How this guy can be a prophet? How you can trust that this guy, he saw anything? And look, since he mentioned that he cannot debate me because I am illusionate, he don't talk about illusionate no more. Look, he's so quiet now. What is your opinion, Aramani? You just gave me your opinion and you get busted. Let's see if we have a growing up Muslim here in the chat. Any Muslim want to say anything? Any Muslim have a comment? So as you see, Muhammad have nothing to do with Ishmael. Even in the Muslim books, Ishmael, he learned Arabic from the Arab, from Sahih al-Bukhari. It says that he learned Arabic. From the Arab, as you see. So all those statements is a statement of ignorance, even if the one who say them is a Christian. It's okay. I mean, you get to be ignorant for some time. You know, me myself, when I was a kid, I heard people saying, "Is Muhammad from Ishmael?" From Ishmael. So for a while, I was thinking, okay, he is from Ishmael. How I know? Until you start, you know, digging and searching and studying, and your knowledge increase, and then you will find that this was nothing but a false, you know, statement. And you know, there is many people, they go today in churches, they claim to be teachers, but they have no idea what they are talking about. Any Muslim? Arabic does not exist in the time of Ishmael. Actually, you know, I believe this can be very accurate. As I said, the word, the language Arabic does not exist as a language by itself. The Arabic language is a mix of Aramaic and other languages. Actually, if you read the Quran, I believe that the first Quran was not even in Arabic. It was written in Aramaic, even Aramaic letters. And everything the Muslims today they use in their Quran, obviously it's Aramaic, but they don't know what the word means. As an example, if you say to a Muslim, okay, you say Abraham, what Abraham mean? He don't know. What Moses mean? He don't know. You know, okay, this is Hebrew supposedly, but you know they have meaning in the Aramaic language because Aramaic language is the mother language. You say Isaac, what Isaac mean? Israel, what Israel mean? They don't know. Sam, what Sam mean? Ham, all those names, what they mean? They don't know. What Adam mean? They don't know. For none of those have nothing to do with them. It is names and stories brought to them from other nations. You know what I mean? So, because it is, let us say, imported culture, there is a gap when you read the Quran and you read the story of Muhammad. There's no connection. Muhammad himself do not know what he's talking about. As an example, if you ask Muslims, let us go to the Quran. Let us see this one. Chapter 19, verse number 1. You ask the Muslim, what is this? They say this is a miracle. What do you mean it's a miracle? What is this? Allah knows best. What do you mean Allah knows best? Do Muhammad know? No. Do Aisha know? No. No, they didn't know. Why? Because Muhammad is a thief. He was copying from the book of Waraq ibn Nawfal. And in the beginning, Waraq ibn Nawfal, he wrote Kahiyas. What Kahiyas mean? You have no idea. Have you ever heard of somebody as a teacher? He says to you, today I will teach you something. And then he writes in the screen, Kahiyas. And then you ask him, the teacher, what does that mean? He says, Allah knows best. Why? Because he is a thief. He doesn't know. This is not his book. You know what I mean? This is style of writing is Aramaic style, Christian Aramaic. They summarize from the beginning what the topic will be about. It's like the title. So letters have a value in the Aramaic language, and actually even the Arabic, because they are copying the Aramaic. So each letter have an Aramaic value, and you will notice if you put all the value together, they will make a title says Kahiyas, which mean Christ is my God. And does it make sense? Yes, absolutely. This is a chapter of Maryam. Chapter of Maryam. Who's Maryam? The mother of Jesus. So what the first sentence is saying? Christ is my God. Al-Masihu Ilahi. Muhammad, you do not know what this means. He copied the letters as they are, put them there. You know? No. But this is about Mary. The whole chapter supposedly is about Mary. And as usual, Muhammad always copied the name wrongly. So he thought that Maryam is the same Maryam as the sister of Aaron. This is why in the Quran he called her, O sister of Aaron. Idiot. You know, Muhammad always remind me of a thief. He stole a rose rice. You know? And then he don't want anyone to know that this is the stolen rose rice. But in the whole city, there's only one rose rice. So what Muhammad will do? In order nobody will know that this is a rose rice, he changed the thing in the front of the car. You know, he put something in the top of it. He took it. Let's say he take the symbolic for Honda. He put it there. People ask him what does this mean. He don't know. because both are theft. All right. Do we have any Muslim have a comment? Anyone? Where Jesus says, I am God, worship me. Will you, why you call him? This is an example of stupidity. Yes, sir. I know that this is not Yasser Qadri, the real one, but I don't know. If we ask Yasser, why you call him Jesus? I mean, look how funny. Look how funny Islamic cult is. Where Jesus said, I am God, worship me. All right. I'm not going to show you. Where he said that for now, but you just confirm to us that he is the Savior, so he's God. Do you know what Jesus mean? What Jesus mean? If we ask this Abdul, the one who is saying, where Jesus said, I am God, worship. Do you know even what Jesus mean? Yeshua? You don't know. It take you 2 seconds to go and search, and you will find that you are an idiot by asking the question, because the name give you the answer. Isn't it amazing how funny they are? And that's why I say always, stupidity is amazing. You just, you call him the Savior, and you say, where he said, I am God? Who can save us save God? You know what I mean? Who is the Savior or save God? There's nobody can save you save God. So you say, where is the Savior said, I am God? It's like saying, where the one in the what they call him, the swimming, the beach guard, where the beach guard, he said, I know how to swim. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know what they eat, but whatever they're eating is impacting them badly, right? Like, where the swimming pool guard, he said, I can swim. He's swimming guard, he's swimming pool guard. Like what? Where he said, I know how to swim. Yeah. Do we have any smart Muslim? You have anything to say? And those people, they get offended. If you say smart Muslim, they get offended. If you say stupid, they get offended. Doesn't matter what you say, they get offended. He saved you from the Dajjal. That's wonderful. The Dajjal is the most dangerous creature. He is the devil. That's alone, that's mean he's God. Even your prophet says, when the Dajjal he see him, he will be melt like salt in water. Why? How come the Dajjal did not melt when he see Muhammad, Shaitan? Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Isa, you see, I cannot really confirm, but I am thinking, this is my own theory, that Isa was the son of Maryam. Maryam. Which Maryam we are talking about? Not Maryam, the mother of Jesus. Maryam, the sister of Aaron, which the Quran confirmed that Muhammad think that Mary, she is really the sister of Aaron in chapter 19, verse number 28. You see here, the Muslim, Muhammad, he got busted in his time. A rabbi, a Jewish rabbi, he came to Aisha and he told her, but there's a huge difference, there's hundreds of years between them. How Mary, she is the sister of Aaron? She told him, you are a liar, which means Aisha, she believed that this is what Muhammad meant. But when the news came to Muhammad, Muhammad got busted. So he need to find a solution. So he said, at that time, they used to call them by the great ancestor, the great one. Okay, why the great one? Why Aaron, not Moses? Secondly, Mary, she is not from the tribe of Aaron, which means she is not a tribe from Moses. Number three, well, if you want to call them by their ancestor, you call him the daughter of, etc., not the sister. The daughter. To say the sister, you are making her equal to her grandfather, and this is not right. Right? So Muhammad, because he is a thief, he's a fool, he learned from the Jews that there is a woman, her name is Maryam, she is a sister of Moses and Aaron, and she have a son, maybe, his name is Isa. So he thought that Isa is a son of Maryam, the sister of Aaron. So according to Muhammad, Jesus is the nephew of Aaron. Now, Muslims, they try to get away from it, but I don't know if you guys remember how we can prove that this is not something they can escape. Anyone knows how they can escape? Who can help me? I think it's time to ban some kids here, like this guy Yasser Kadri. Go change your name. I don't have time for kids, my friend. Anyone knows how we can get them busted? Not only you, like, okay, what if a Muslim says to you what Muhammad said? Oh, they used to call them by their great ancestors. How we can get them busted? That this is not a serious. This is not what happened. Look what happened. Mary in the Quran, she is the daughter of who? Anyone remember? Even there is a chapter in the Quran. It's called the chapter of Imran. Al Imran. Al in Arabic means family. Okay, family of Imran. Okay, so how Imran became the father of Mary? So Muhammad not only stupid, he is a donkey. He said that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron, and he made her father the father of Moses, because the father of Moses is Imran. You see what happened? So now how they can get away from this? Muhammad, he got busted from every direction. Muslim, they tried to save him, but not with me. You cannot save him with me. How Imran, even the name, he cannot even quote it correctly. It is Imran, not Imran. But Imran, you know, the last letter, instead of saying N, he said M, he said N. But how Mary father became the father of Moses? You know what I mean? Imran has no sons. Imran has only a daughter. Christopher, I don't know. You're thinking in different direction. My friend, Mary, her father is not Imran. Where the Imran is coming from? Are you a fool? Mary, she is not a daughter of a guy. His name is Imran. The only Imran we knew is the father of Moses and Aaron, and that's why the Quran says Mary, the sister of Aaron. Did you get it? So according to the stupid Quran, Mary, she is the daughter of Imran. But Imran is the father of Moses. And that explains why in chapter 19, verse number 28, It says that she is the sister of Aaron. Are you getting it? Or still trying to swallow? Are you getting it? No? Behold, the women of Amran said, "Oh my Lord, I dictate into you what is in my womb." Okay, who is that one? Her name is Maryam. Chapter 3, verse number 36. Do you see it? But Amran is not the father of Mary. This is the father of Aaron and Moses and Maryam. Are you getting it? I don't know how slow people are, but you can be slow as much as you want. Maybe you need oil change. Right?